On today's show is Owning the New Renting. Let's dive in and take a look. Stay tuned. All right, what's going on, everybody? Homes Real Estate Podcast. Peter Toering here with Coldwell Banker. We're talking today about, is home owning the new renting? So a new article came out from Realtor.com with a couple of studies that I think are super interesting here. So homeownership rates are rising for the fifth consecutive quarter in 2018. So it's 64% nationally folks own homes. This is the highest level since 2014. So in Michigan here, I think that we are a little bit lower than the average. I think that we're like 58% or something like that. I don't have it right in front of me. But having the homeownership rates rise, I think, are a really good thing here. And there's a couple of things I think that contribute to it. I think that wages going up. I think our economy here in Michigan being pretty strong, also loosening the credit standards, and also some of the kind of our shifts here. We've got some folks that are coming out of school that are with some of the programs we've got for eliminating student loans. More folks are mortgageable than ever. So nationally, we added 1.3 million homeowners and lost 286,000 renters. So, I mean, this is a pretty big shift nationally. So, the number of renter households have declined, even from the same quarter a year earlier. So, if you notice apartments starting to have some vacancy signs, that's something to kind of take a look at. So, Fannie Mae has actually had some guidelines shifting. I think in right around last year somewhere that actually allowed for, if you're going to get a mortgage, if you actually bump those debt to income standards up just a little bit, which might give you just a little bit more on your pre-approval, which does help in kind of the hot market that we are in today. So also this millennial generation that we've talked about that was not actually buying homes, now they're starting to be in their early 30s. They're starting to have kids. They're starting to have pets that need fenced yards, and so they're starting to buy homes as well. I think also the realization is setting in that, hey, we've been throwing away our money every month. Let's put this towards something that actually matters and that we can build some equity in. So one challenge, I guess, that I'd like to look at is interest rates have gone up a little bit. There's actually another article that came out of is the era of low rate mortgages going away. I don't know that that's quite true yet, but rates are certainly up from what they were last year or a year before. That being said, I think our average is still 4.7 or something nationally, which is still really low if you look historically. So the one other challenge I'd like to address here is I think that we would actually see these home ownership numbers rising more significantly if we didn't have the problem that we have in low inventory. So we have a massive problem with inventory. We're at about 1.2 months in where your average first-time home buyer is. And you also have rising prices, bidding wars, all sorts of these guarantees. It really makes it tough for younger people to get into a home. So I think actually this is the national kind of opinion towards home ownership is shifting even more than the numbers might suggest. So that being said, the kind of along those lines, younger folks, this would be 35 and under, their homeownership actually is decreasing. For this year, 2018, it had been up a couple of years previously, so we're just kind of seeing that. And I think that's the explanation, is the inventory isn't there. So you're also seeing rental rates rise, and I think that's another thing to look at too. If you look, especially hot areas here, Ferndale, Royal Oak, these rental rates are just massive. You can buy for almost in every situation, you can buy a home for the same monthly payment than you can renting, unless you're getting an apartment. So the incentive there to rent is going away as well. Of course, you have additional costs that come with home ownership. You have all the maintenance that you'll need to do, but also our buyers now have shifted towards more low maintenance properties. So they aren't seeing these big landscaping projects that they're going to have to do. They're more interested in buying homes that already have updates done. They're willing to pay a little more for them. So that element of maintenance and taking on some of these homeowner projects has significantly declined since the onset of these McMansions that were 4,000 square feet. If you're only in 1,000 or 1,200 square feet, you got a lot less to maintain. So What are your thoughts? Are you considering purchasing a home? Are you renting now? Do you have the ability to purchase a home? Do you want to purchase a home but don't have the ability? Do you think that you could purchase a home? You're just maybe not there yet. We would love to chat with you about some of these questions and if owning a home is right for you. Of course, even though mortgage rates are still rising, they are still at a pretty low rate. And although the market is hot, we are still putting buyers in homes all the time. It does take a little bit longer, but it is definitely happening. So we'd love to talk to you a little bit more about that. Feel free to give me a call. Of course, please subscribe. We're just going to start doing these little 5-minute podcasts more daily and then doing the 20-minute, 30 minutes, maybe on a once-a-week basis. So we'd love for you to subscribe. Follow us on Facebook at Home in Macomb. You can also check me out on Instagram, Peter Toering, and check out my website, petertoeringrealtor.com. Would love to speak to you as well. You can text or call me anytime, 586-747-4326. Have a good one, guys.